Still tracking that wintry precipitation across the Ohio Valley. You can see the radar picking up not only snow, but we've been dealing with some wintry mix as well. At times dealing with some sleet and quite possibly some freezing rain as well. Now you can start to pick apart where radar is getting the precipitation type, picking up some sleet looking towards Wetzel County, maybe a hint of some freezing rain in spots as well looking towards central Ohio. Now this is the only tool that we use when we try to spot some of the mixed precipitation. You'll notice that where radar's picking up what it's depicting as some heavier snow can very well be actually picking up on melting snowflakes. Now we use a product called correlation coefficient to spot some of that mixed precipitation. Wherever you see more of this red, this is more uniform precipitation, but more of this yellow, the drop in correlation coefficient is a good indication that we're dealing with some of that mixed precipitation. So we are not only seeing that snow for this evening, but we're also spotting some of the sleet and freezing rain. This will persist this evening, but eventually all snow will take hold as we go through the night. Looking at some of those road conditions on I-70, here's also a site looking a bit icy, looking like we got some ice accumulation on these cameras, ODOT cameras from Morristown to Bridgeport, another sign that we could be dealing with some of that freezing rain and sleet in the mix. And we start to look towards I-77 in Tuscarawas County, a lot of these interstates where we can't actually get a view of the road, a lot of them still looking clear, but again, you can see the evidence that we are starting to pick up on some of the freezing rain sleet accumulations covering a lot of those cameras. And looking into Caddis, this still looking like there is a path. The roads aren't completely covered yet. Again, to keep in mind though, this is only the beginning. We have a whole night that we're going to continue to pile up snow, and this wintry mix that we're dealing with this evening again will end across the Ohio Valley as we go through the night. Once we transition to all snow, it really starts to pile up into tomorrow morning. We're getting a little more covering on those roadways into Moundsville, still some tire tracks, but you can just see that these road conditions are deteriorating rather quickly, and we'll see some dangerous likely road conditions set up as we go through the night, especially when we start to see these snowfall rates even start to exceed an inch, maybe up to 2 inches an hour. So not only will we see all snow later on tonight, we can really start to see, especially earlier at night, the heavy snowfall rates. Very heavy snowfall can pile up quickly. And the majority of the snow will fall as we go through the night up to about 7 into the morning. Now it doesn't mean the snow comes to an end, but that's when we'll see the bulk of our accumulating snow occur, and then it will taper to more of a snow shower that we see persist going through much of your Monday. Not going to add much to our snowfall totals through the remainder of your Monday. Again, the bulk of our accumulating snow will end about 7 a.m. and then just maybe some light additional accumulations will carry over going into Tuesday. In terms of how much snow we can see, it is quite a bit. In fact, areas along north of I-70 have the best chance to start to exceed 8 inches, maybe exceed even a foot in isolated locations of snow. A lot of snow is going to be falling, likely a little bit less into south of I-70, but still going to likely pick up more than 4, good chance it's even getting closer to 6 or more inches of snow. So still a lot of snow expected across the Ohio Valley. When we start to take it even more county by county look for you, it does look like some of the higher amounts will occur generally into areas north of Route 22. That's where we could even start to exceed a foot of snow, and then even possibly closer to around a foot of snow. Then looking just a little bit further south along Route 22. Then as we start to get further south along I-70, still picking up quite possibly 8-10 inches of snow. Again, some isolated spots in those locations could easily still get a foot of snow, but then likely not going to pile up quite that much into areas south of I-70. Again, regardless, this is still a lot of snow that's going to fall as we go through the night, and it's dangerous travel conditions across the entire valley going through the night. Stay off the roads unless you absolutely have to be on them, and if you do, of course, go slow. It's better to be safe than sorry. These road conditions will remain slick likely through your Monday. It'll be a gradual improvement in those road conditions going into next week.
Oh, good morning. The snow continues to fall, and some places here, well, they need a yardstick. Ellie in Hammondsville, about a foot of snow. And let's go to Wellsville, where Maria chimed in this photo of about 9 inches of snow. And keep in mind, the snow keeps on coming down, so these totals keep on going up. But these are just some of the latest rulers across the. You never see so many rulers until you get snow, right? Paul Taylor breaking out the pink ruler there. Well, maybe a yardstick even. St. Clairsville with about 8 inches of snow in his backyard, and up on Route 213 in Stephenville at 4 a.m., 7.5 inches of snow. And it looks like we have a little doggy tunnel right there. So it is a winter wonderland outside, that's for sure, and it continues to snow, and the wind continues to pick up. Look at the reduction of visibility in downtown Wheeling right now with the wind and the snow. A lot of streets are covered. St. Clairsville, I-70, right along Mall Road. It's windy, it's snowing. Here's a look at Weirton, West Virginia. Meteorologist Nathan Schutt's going to join us very shortly and give us a look at the roadway there along US 22. And that is along Collier's Way. He's going to be joining us from Three Springs Drive in just a second. Now, a lot of questions about the levels. Sort of a pet peeve of mine personally, but that's because they're only issued in Ohio. They're only issued by the sheriff's departments that want to issue them. So they don't really give you, this doesn't really give you a good idea. Now, technically, Jefferson County is under a level 3, but are the roads better in Jefferson County than Harrison County? No. They're bad everywhere this morning, so just use common sense as you make your way out and about. There's a look at some of the snow totals, and they keep on changing as more snow keeps on coming down. In general, about 6 to 12 inches of snow has fallen across our area, though. Additional 1 to 3 inches of snow this morning. Gusty winds, blowing and drifting of snow. Look at that wind westerly at 21, gusting to 29. Yeah, that's going to cause some blowing and drifting. It's also going to cause that wind chill get down to 13. Current temperature 27. Temperature moving very little today. Snow continues to fly. See those darker shades of blue? That's where it's heavy at times. Look for the snow to gradually taper off here later this morning, as you'll see on Futurecast towards lunchtime. And this afternoon, the snow will wind down altogether. So we'll see improvements on those roads as the snow winds down later this morning towards lunchtime and this afternoon. High temperature 27 today. Winds can gust to 35 miles per hour at times, causing blowing and drifting of snow. A few snow showers tonight. No additional snow accumulation. Good news, no major storms on the horizon. We get up to near 40 Wednesday, afternoon rain and snow showers, and then all the way down to 21 for a high Thursday, near 0 for low temperatures. Friday morning, Saturday morning as well, maybe some snow shower Sunday, but no significant snowmakers after this one moves on out of town. But it's causing a mess on those roadways. Meteorologist Nathan Schutt is going to give us a live view right now of Weirton, West Virginia along Three Springs Drive. Nathan, how are those roads?
Thanks, Jeff. I think my eyes have officially frozen over. It's a bit chilly out here. Hey, the winds are picking up. We are joining you off of Three Springs Drive in Weirton, West Virginia. In fact, we're actually at the Kroger off of Three Springs Drive in the parking lot, and we've chosen this view because it gives a good view looking at Route 22. Now, as we made our way from downtown Steubenville, then going up this hill to get off the exit for Three Springs Drive, ran into a lot of issues. And it gets into one of those spots where you have your straight tire tracks, and then all of a sudden it looks like a big zigzag pattern with those tire tracks, because a lot of people were slipping and sliding trying to get up this hill. It is definitely getting on these hills, getting in trouble spot, trying to get some traction while you're making your way up to these hills. And as you can see, still a lot of snow cover, even when we look at some of these more primary roads like Route 22. So still dealing with these slippery road conditions. And keep in mind what we're looking at now, again, more of a primary road, so a lot of those back roads likely have even more snow cover on them. Road crews, they've been working hard. We've seen them go up and down this hill quite a bit since we came up here over the past half hour to hour. Road crews are working hard, but unfortunately, as you see, the snow is still falling. And so as the snow still falls, they're still trying to keep up a bit. One thing we definitely have noticed, though, the wind's picking up, and at times you can really see that wind beginning to blow some of this snow. So of course the road crews also dealing with the blowing and drifting of snow as well. So a lot of these conditions still very unfavorable when it comes to traveling. You still want to allow yourself a lot of extra time. Road conditions, yes, they will improve, but again, it's a gradual process as we go through the day. It will likely start to be more of a gradual process going into this afternoon when we start to see more of this snow come to an end. But the wind speed's still going to be a bit breezy, like I'm sure Jeff has been mentioning as we go into the afternoon. Those wind speeds don't look as bad. And once we get into Wednesday and their temperatures actually bump back above freezing, that's when at least road conditions should really start to get a big improvement. But you get a lot of this snow, these temperatures stay cold, a lot of cloud cover, and well, it takes quite a while to get those road improvements drastically. So we'll continue to keep you updated on these road conditions as we go through the rest of News 9 Sunrise. But for now, reporting live in Weirton off of Three Springs Drive, I'm Severe Weather Team 9 meteorologist Nathan Shutt. Back to you.